of lady problems.
I like your shirt.
Oh, thank
Do you have any?
Not with me, but I can tell you how to get some.
Okay.
Yes, this is my sister. My sister's company.
Okay.
Anyway, yes. So my name is Islam Muhammad, and I am currently a medical school student in Cuba.
Now talk about why you're doing med school in Cuba.
So the reason why I'm doing med school in Cuba is I found out about a program that Fidel Castro was offering for students who are in the U.S. that would like to become a doctor, who come from underserved communities and or low-income families. And so the only requirement is your basic sciences, and then you can apply to the program. And it is a free scholarship. So it includes your living arrangements as well as food and books, right? So the only thing that we have to do is pay for our travel back and forth and whatever supplemental things that we need, in English to study, because we still have to come back here to practice. So that's part of the agreement that we're gonna get trained in Cuba, by the best, and then come back here and serve in our same communities from which we came.
That's what's up. Is that program still in existence?
It is, yeah. And so I can give you that information after as well. So today we're here to talk, about some of our lady problems and how we can, possibly help resolve those problems, right? So I met Tiffany. What's your name?
Deborah.
All right, awesome. And we've got
I'm good. I'm in the sun.
Right. So, like this has been an amazing thing that I came across, and I'll go ahead and get right into. It's sanitary napkins, and one of the things that I just want to get our mind thinking about is that we use a lot of the most popular brand things that are on the market, and they have been causing us problems, right? Mm-hmm. Now, why? Right? We ask, why have they been causing us problems? So, the sanitary napkins, does anybody know what your sanitary napkin is made of?
They say 100% organic cotton on the box.
That's what yours says.
That's what the box says.
Okay, what about some of the most popular brand sanitary napkins that are on the market today?
Plastics, all kinds of chemicals.
Fragrance.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Even when they say no fragrance, there is a fragrance.
There's still a fragrance. Yeah, so unfortunately, the most popular brand sanitary napkins are made of old newspaper, recycled trash, and bleach. And so, yes, they go through a bleaching process.
It's recycled stuff and they bleach it.
So now, what have most people been talking about as far as is that relates to the most popular brands is the toxins that are in the pad, right? So the toxins that are in the pad, anybody heard of the toxin that is in the pad?
Formaldehyde?
So one of the most popular ones that's been on, a lot of people talking about is dioxin. Of course, that's not the only one. There are other, chemicals that are in there as well, such as phthalates, but those are cancer-causing agents, right? So anyway, we'll continue to talk about this, right? So let's talk about this pad, right? This is a Jewel Premium Sanitary Napkin. And what you'll notice about it is that it's super thin, right? Ultra thin. And what else can you notice? Just by looking at it.
It has no glue on it.
Well, it's completely sealed.
Yeah.
It's completely sealed. Right? So we'll go ahead and open this up.
Aren't most of them completely sealed now?
Actually, no. So most of them, when they're closed, so I'll try to.
It's like they're kind of flat.
Yeah.
So usually.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Right?
There's a flap. Yeah.
There's usually it, and it's open, and you can see the pad.
Yeah.
Right? So I like to call them the unsanitary napkin because what do we do like when we're on our cycle, right? We have a pad and we're like, you know, oh yeah, I'm on my cycle, let me throw some pads in my bag, right? And, I mean, do you do that?
And you do all kinds of
and so
crap.
now, what's in your bag?
Especially
Like everything that you can think of, right? That's in your bag of crumbs and like who knows what else that's in there that is actually getting inside this little hole that, you know, most of the other pads that have the little, you know, open in there. And so then that becomes completely unsanitary.
And we're putting
right?
it
And then we're putting it right in our special little place.
Our special little place. That sounds like The Jerk. I don't know if any of it. It's an old movie, old Steve Martin movie.
Oh, okay. So, yes, so this is our Jewel Premium Sanitary Napkin, right? So I want you all to just take a feel for this.
You can pull your table up some.
This is like, it's so thin.
Yeah.
And what do you notice about what you feel?
It feels nice.
Yeah, it does.
Not like usually when you get like a pad, it's very, what's the word? Like rough. Like rough against the skin.
Exactly.
It doesn't have a plastic coating on it.
Exactly. So this our top layer is made from an ultra soft cotton, right? So go ahead and put that here, right? And what most medical gynecologists say is that a woman would normally secrete about 15 to 50 milliliters daily while she's on her menstruation, right? So we're gonna go ahead and put that in here.
Yeah, that was good. Next.
That's all?
So would you say that this is about
No.
50?
The fur, well,
Well,
That
we're
is-
looking at the measuring cup, right?
That's about 50.
This is about 50. Now, of course,
I feel
some
like I know
women-
more.
Yeah.
some women,
yeah,
yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
Some women bleed more heavily than others, right?
Yeah.
And a little less. But we're going with the average for now. So
That's per day, you said. Okay.
yeah. So we'll go ahead and pour this on here. Okay. All right. So, what I'm going to share is that I have a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, that has a daughter who started on her cycle from the age of 9.
What?
That's young, yeah. I
Yeah,
know
that is
several
young,
9-year-olds.
Yeah, she started on her cycle from the age of 9.
All those hormones.
And up until age 25, she suffered continuously, monthly, of course, you know, when you come on your cycle, from cramps, you know, from bleeding like super heavy, days that she couldn't even go to school because it was, you know, just that bad. And, you know, when she finally came across our pad, that's when she finally got relief, you know, from all of those different things. So most of our users say that they have experienced if it doesn't take them away completely, it will diminish the amount of cramps that you have. Also, you have less heavy flow and short days. So let's take a look at this,
Right.
right?
Expand it.
This is our 3D lead guard.
Your what?
It's called a 3D
A
lead
3D
guard.
lead guard?
Mhm.
Okay.
And you can see that little extra protection there, right? So we want to go ahead and see what else is in these layers that we've got, right? So we're going to tear this part of our pad. How many people have torn apart their pad before?
Me.
You did? Oh, all right. We got one. We got one. Yeah, not everybody does that, but
Now I want to go find like a regular pad and like tear it apart.
I just took
Super
one out my
important.
bag, otherwise I would
Right.
have given you one to do that.
so, all right. Now, before I tear the rest of this apart, I'd like to have one person to volunteer. Can you volunteer?
Sam.
Go, Sarah.
Yeah.
You can go on, Sarah.
Come on,
It's like,
Sam.
there you go.
Come on.
All right.
Okay, so just want you to, you can come to the front.
Tap it.
Mhm.
Oh,
Press,
wow.
Press hard.
Don't tell me it didn't get the thing.
No, look at it. It's like,
Are you serious?
Are you serious?
it's like barely wet. Like a little bit, but,
Okay. So,
oh, that's
This
wild.
so
And like even when you touch it, there's not a whole lot of moisture that comes off of it.
Oh, wow.
You don't understand, when on a full pad, when I sit down, it just comes
Yeah,
out of the pad
yeah.
all over my clothes,
Yeah.
on whatever I'm sitting on.
No, I can't.
so
I will not wear it.
all right. So yeah, please don't ever. do
You
that.
don't ever have to
I-
I never.
So we
put on
didn't-
tampons.
Like the tampons, we actually, you know, are letting people know that that's something else that we definitely don't want to use. I know that, you know, some people just feel like they have such a heavy flow that they feel like they need to use it, you know. But what is a tampon doing? A tampon is just
Stopping,
plugging,
plugging in, it's
plugging
letting it,
in
yeah, it's
everything that's supposed to be naturally coming out.
released,
Right.
right?
And then not only that, right, with this plug, everybody's heard of toxic shock syndrome, correct?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So this plug, what it's doing is now, you know, they're supposedly coming out with natural whatever and whatever, but forget about that. Like
Mhm.
you've plugged this up here, right?
Mhm.
Everything that's supposed to be excreting out of your body, you're allowing it to go
Stagnant.
right back into your walls
Yeah, it's stagnant.
of
Yeah.
where it's plugged. Just think about that. Like it's going right back into your system. And this is stuff that's supposed to be excreted, right? Because these are things that our body is naturally cleansing itself during this process of our, you know, of our cycle. So like that's supposed to come out. It's not supposed to go back in.
Mhm.
So that's the reason why we have toxic shock syndrome, because if you wear this for so long and it's plugged there,
Mm.
you just got all the toxins from this tampon that you put up there, right?
Yep.
Not only that, then plus whatever your body is naturally excreting, right, going right back into your system, and that's what's causing now in your bloodstream a shock,
Right.
because you got these toxins just going through your bloodstream.
And it's a foreign invader that the body can't expel.
Mhm.
I'm just thinking about all my years in high school where I would double. So I would do, and back then I was an always girl because like wasn't no natural pattern anything. So I would do the always tampon with the always pad.
You were like, I'm double.
Because I would double up,
Double toxin.
because I leaked. Even though I went to an all-girls school, I leaked once and destroyed like a favorite pair of like shorts or something. And after that, I was like, oh no, we ain't doing this again. I was committed.
So
And
this
we
is
were also taught to hate our periods, that they were really, that was something that
Yeah.
was really gross.
Yeah.
and-
yeah. So that's why we're doing this, to just kind of shed light on, you know, some of these topics, because people got to know so that we can stop suffering. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like if we don't talk about it, we can't resolve our problems.
Right.
So this top layer, it has holes in it. Okay. It has holes in it. Yep. So that we can breathe. All right. So this is, we call our graphene strip, and I'll talk about this in a second. All right. So now we're gonna get this absorbency system. This is on here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is stick this in here,
Shut the front door.
right? So I got some water in here, of course.
Nice.
Alright, so that's fine. We'll leave that in there.
It's already expanding.
Mhm.
Alright, cool. Alright, so now, see, this is our bottom layer, right?
Mhm.
You'll notice that it has strips,
Mhm.
and this too has holes in it, so that you can breathe. And what I want to shed light on as well is that this material is not like plastics that, you know, that are in the normal pads, because Plastics, of course, the same type of thing with the grocery bags. You know, it has a warning on there that says what you got to be very careful because it could cause children suffocation. Correct? Right. So what I want you to notice is that this just
rips like paper.
This is biodegradable. The whole pad, our whole pad, will be completely gone within 6 months. So it's environmentally friendly, and you know we trying. Well, we know better, we do better. So so we're working. All right, great. So let's go ahead and talk about this strip. All right, just gonna dampen it a little bit. Anybody heard of graphene? Graphene?
Graphene. I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
Okay. Have you heard of it? No?
Not until you emailed me that lovely 2-pager.
Okay, awesome. Well, graphene is, it comes from graphite, and it's the same type of material as, you know, you find in your pencil, you know, it's carbon. So, right, so that's what's in our strip. Our pads are graphene technology infused. Now, graphene is a 99.9% bacteria killer. Okay, so that means that anything that comes into contact with it, bacterial-wise, is going to splice it in half. Right. Also, what I like to show is that we have this. This is a 7-watt LED light bulb, and so
that's what carbon does.
It allows your body. This is vibrational energy.
Right.
It's just showing vibrational energy, and so when this is,
I'm just like, that's crazy.
when this is allowed to, because of the thermal conductor, it goes into our bloodstream, right? It causes our blood vessels to dilate, which will allow more oxygen to get to our tissues and allow us to heal faster and more efficiently. And so, with this, you know, this process happening, this is what is allowing us to heal faster, you know, as far as our tissues are concerned, and then you'll have a less heavy flow and less days on your cycle. So that's what's causing you to, you know, not have as much bleeding per month, or, you know, or less days overall. And
less of the cramps, you were saying.
Exactly. And so the graphene that's in these pads, the people who kind of found this were 2 scientists, and they won a Nobel Prize in 2010 for finding this. And it's, you know, on an atomic layer, it's only 1 level thick, so it's super thin. And so this is what is allowing us to not have cramps, to, you know, not be having, you know, yeast infections month after month. People who have like endometriosis and uterine fibroids, it's from long use of those toxins.
Can I feel it?
Sure.
I heard of graphene because they formulated carbon graphene paint, so that when you paint on your wall, and this is cool, Sam, I saw this, when you take that substance and it's painted in lines on your wall, you don't have electricity in your walls.
That's right.
Because the light bulbs, your lights are operated by this pure carbon or graphene.
That's correct.
I don't know how much that paint is. I've been trying to find it. I can't find it anywhere.
Yep, and also we have.
But you don't have any wiring. And if they can, it's decorative. They can make it as beautiful as they want, and your light bulbs go straight to it and illuminate your room.
That's correct.
It's sick.
And so also Samsung is investing in graphene technology. They're coming up with a Samsung.
Oh, Samsung.
Samsung, the company.
I got you. I thought you said.
Yeah, they are looking into making a battery charger. Well, a charger with graphene technology. When you put it on, it's going to charge and recharge your phone in 5 minutes. So,
oh wow.
Like, yeah. So, like, that's just, you know, those are just a couple of things that, you know, graphene is looking into use for. And also, as far as the medical field is concerned, they're looking into, you know, like make Band-Aids. But graphene is something, as far as researchers show, that it can be used as a biosensor. And so it can look for cancer cells.
Markers, yeah.
Yep. When you know, when you tell it to. So this also can be used for that and anti-cancer treatment. So
Melanin is carbon. That's why they're stealing our organs.
yeah.
I know you are.
Yeah.
Am I wrong,
You're
Doc?
not wrong. You're not wrong. So I mean, like we're special.
We are special.
We're special. So yeah, so pretty much, you know, these type of things we want to think about because month to month we are being exposed to toxins in the most popular brand, you know, things. So you want to go with something that's more natural. But of course, in this pad specifically, which this is our Jewel Premium Sanitary Napkins are the only one in the U.S. that are graphene infused.
And healing, which is awesome.
So,
I'll take two.
yes. Okay, awesome. Does anybody have any other questions?
No, so
I have one. So I guess like, do you mean to tell me that the toxins in the pads actually aggravate the period symptoms? Meaning like I'm not, like it's not necessarily me that's getting super crampy, it's my bodily response to you just put a toxin next to me.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So let me say that
I got goosebumps. But
as
that
far-
makes so much sense.
yeah.
Well, that's
So from a
Because even though you stop wearing tampons, you still wearing tampons when you wear pads.
right, and
Because
then
you
the other
pushing
thing-
it, it's not
it's
breathing.
so the thing is that your vaginal area is still being in contact with the pad, whether you're wearing a pad or if you are plugging it up. Like either way, you are exposing yourself to those toxins. And so in that same way, that's why in this pad with the graphene technology, you are exposing yourself now to graphene to be allowed, you know, for your body to allow that thermal conduction and heal faster.
And the fact that it's once, like for some toxins, like, so a pad, when it, in and of itself, when it's dry, there's not much leaching, but once you hit moisture,
Yes.
it leaches
So
even
the thing
more.
about that is, right, so let's think about it, right? We put the pad on, right? We've got blood that's, you know, being excreted from our bodies, right? We've got area that's closed in, right? And dark, right? So all of that is what a breeding ground for bacteria.
For everything.
All the moisture and whatever.
I have
So-
another question
Mhm.
because I'm curious. What are your thoughts on menstrual cups? Because I'm a diet. Now my whole thing is I still double up, but I menstrual cup and I organic cotton pad, which is like, it sounds like is better than always,
Yeah.
but
God, look at
still
this.
might cause some problems. Oh wow!
So I just wanted to, yeah, it's like, this is, so we put, what, 50 milliliters, right? And then I had like a half a,
You had half a jar up in here, Doc.
right? So it's no water, right? You don't see any water. So this, like, that I mentioned, the super polymer, this is a super polymer that's, you know, same thing that you would find in like natural baby diapers. And so, yeah, it's, you know, it's a
So Dr. Devine, yes, and Tiffany asked, so how do we continue to order you guys? We can buy you up today, but how do we continue? First of all,
so
you made some.
So this is a black-owned company.
That's what I needed to know. I didn't want to ask you outright, but that's what I needed to know. Okay.
It's a black-owned company, and I do have a webpage.
So we getting them from you, Dr. Devine?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, my webpage is diva.jewelpads.com. Like, it's on the.
It's on them?
It's on the page when you purchase them. You know.
Okay.
So, yeah. So.
And one last question: do you have overnights? Because I need a little bit longer.
Okay. Yep.
A little bit. Okay. Yes. I just finished my period. Are you wanting yours right now?
No, I'm not, but I don't know, I'm so minors, but I
They have